It's just as peaceful as can be, you know? All right, guys, Lil's Pressure Washing here. We just arrived on this house, and with Jobber, you have the option to push start your timer. So we're gonna start our timer. We just got here. We got the water hooked up. We're gonna be using our Midwest skid in the back. Customer's not home. They've left the check. Customer's not home. Get paid, get in and out, and do an amazing job. Everybody be happy, okay? Hit that like button, guys. People over profits. God bless each and every one of you guys, and let's go. First thing we do is we lay out our hoses so that when we go around the house in one direction, they don't kink. So we can reach all the way around the house with this 300-foot of hose here. I always recommend have one section hose. That way there's no quick connects in the middle to go wrong and like pop off if you hit the edge of this or something. Unless you're doing large places where you need 600 feet, 500 feet, then of course you want to do that as well. We have another commercial rig, we have sections. But if you're doing house washing, my recommendation is have one solid hose. So there's less kinks and less things that can go wrong. So we're gonna get started. All right, in soap number 2, we have plant protection. Soap number 1, we have surfactant, a Klingon surfactant. So we're gonna spray the plant protection on here first, and then we're gonna rinse it off when we're done. We're gonna spray our plants with plant protection. So any SH gets on it, it'll be neutralized. It neutralizes the chemicals. So we spray this. Anything we don't want to get hit with SH, we neutralize. You can do furniture, you can neutralize equipment, you can neutralize anything you don't want it to get hit with. So we're gonna neutralize all this. You're gonna rinse it. Once you're done, you don't wanna leave this on the grass. We're gonna neutralize this. We're gonna neutralize the box. Just know I got my handy dandy Comet soft wash hat. I always wear this one. This is it's already got bleach on it and stuff. But since I use a lot of Comet P40s, they gave me this and some other merch and stuff. And yeah, I always like working with companies and promoting what I use. I use Comet P40s, I like them, and AR-45. So yeah, I always recommend get a specific hat and stuff you wear for your house wash and bleach, and preferably not cotton. You know, more of polyester would be good. But anyway, guys, let's get back to the house wash. So we've already wet all the plants and all the grass around the entire house with plant protection to neutralize everything. We've also went as far as doing the grass around the entire home. And then walking back here, I'll show you, we wet down the air conditioning units. We wet everything down in case any SH gets on it, doesn't matter. We wet down the grill as well, just in case anything accidentally splatters on it. And yeah, we're good to go. A lot of people wouldn't do this because there's no plants, but I don't want to kill anybody's grass either, so I'll actually put along the side of the house neutralizer. I'm gonna dial in about not much, but about a 1%, 1.5 to do this. So right here on our chemicals, we're gonna dial it to about a 1 right there. And then we're gonna open our soap to this is really strong stuff, so we're only gonna go to a 1. So 1 and a 1 on this house wash. Water all the way opened up, plant protection off. This is actually when the valve's closed, it puts water through here. When it's open, it puts SH. So we got SH on a 1, soap on a 1, the water wide open, plant protection closed. Then we come back here, and we go from flush, we switch it to chemical. It only has 2 moves, water, chemical. When we're done, we flush it out. We can even put the plant protection spray in there to neutralize it as well. Let's rock and roll. We're gonna start on this section of the house. We're gonna let our chemicals start coming through. It takes a second. In a minute, you'll see the soap start coming through. Guys, that's one of the most troublesome areas in a garage. You wanna make sure you get that, and you get that a couple times. Soap should be coming any second now. There it goes. So we're gonna come back. We're gonna coat this. We're gonna go back up top with a fan pattern. We're gonna get it nice and coated, back and forth. Some people work from the bottom up. I work both ways. It doesn't really matter. There's no right or wrong way in my opinion. We're gonna come over here and we're gonna start from this corner and work our way out. You can see that starting to melt away right away. You can downstream this house easily, but we're only gonna run our soft washer. See it already working? See it starting to melt that away right there? We're gonna work our way around either the front or the side. I'm gonna go the side since I started on this corner. So we're gonna start at the top. Sometimes I actually meet in the middle. I'll go like this, hit the edges, especially on a roof. I'll show that in a different video. We're gonna go from the bottom up on this one. Kind of like coloring between the lines. We'll draw the outline. That's what I do on my gas stations. I'll explain that more in another video as well with gas stations. And we work our way to the center. And you can watch that come right off there. Easy peasy. And another spot that really gets overlooked is the sides here. You can go around it like this, but you got to get in the corners here. So I'll take and do a single spray up and down like this right here. Come back over here and hit it right there. See right here? We'll hit this again. You can see it already working. Look at this. See it working already? We're gonna hit one more time and then we're gonna work our way around. The house should be good. This is gonna be more of the troublesome area up here. And that's it. Work our way around the house. Same thing here. Gonna get underneath a fan pattern. Look at it working its magic. Make sure you hit all the downspouts. We're gonna wait for that to stop dripping. We're gonna work our way back to the center over there. So we'll actually work in sections. Since it's hot out here, we don't want it drying on the house. I always use a fan pattern, especially around the window, so you don't do any damage. You don't want to use any pressure. You want to let the chemicals do the work for you. Like I said, hit this side of the downspout. Now we're gonna go back up front. Since it's not dripping as much, we're gonna go underneath it. Make sure we got under here. Here we go, we work our way back. Find a spot and work your way out. Kind of like painting the house. And then here we are. We've worked our way into a corner. And then we're gonna hit up there. Just like that. We'll also hit the deck, hit the porch. There we go. Look guys, we may need one more treatment on that. There we go. Now we're gonna hang out on this side of the house since it's kind of hot. We don't want soap drying on it. And we're gonna look and see how good it's coming along. Okay, so up top, see there's a little few spots here. We're gonna hit that again. And this is only on a 1 with the SH. Now we're gonna rinse. You can see the chemicals done its job. You also wanna be careful spraying around these lights. You don't wanna hit them directly. You wanna go around them, like when you hit them. You wanna go around them. You don't wanna hit them directly. You don't wanna ruin them. Plus, it's conductive with SHs, so you wanna be careful around the electricity. See how the corners came out really well? And when rinsing, we always start at the top and work our way down. You don't want to have pressure going up in these weep holes. Weep holes are on the bottom and stuff can come out the back, so you want to lightly go around it, because if not, you'll have brown stuff leaking out of the weep holes from behind the siding. So you want to fan pattern it. You don't want to do it. Stay away from pressure, especially on siding. And you can mess the oxidation. You don't want to remove any oxidation unless that's what they're hiring you to do. That's right. Easy does it, guys. Easy does it. You're not in a race with anybody. You just want to do a good job, and you want to give the customer exactly what they pay for and some. They're trusting you with their home, so you want to do an amazing job. Look at that. It looks great. I ended up going up from 1 to 2. I left this on a 1 for the heavier stains. So what we're going to do is we unplugged this from here. We want to make sure all outlets are covered. When we're back, when we're done, we'll cover it back up. Rinse everything down. We'll take these up. Keyhole, so nothing gets in there, no SH gets in there. Stay away from any devices, any electric. And also take this up right here. All right, we gotta have this covered up. We're gonna allow it to breathe though. And when we spray here, we're gonna cover it up, and when we're done, pull it back off. That's how I maneuver with these. So you wanna leave them breathing, hurry up and hit these, and then rinse them and get it off. This is extra measures. And we have, of course, keyholes covered, so no SH gets in there and corrodes the locks. These are covered, no outlets exposed. Everything's ready to rock and roll. All right, when I'm rinsing, I switch from the fan tip to the straight tip, and I hit just the gutters to knock any hard particles down that may still be stuck up there, like maybe bird poop or anything gunky. Sometimes the mower blows stuff all the way up there. I've seen crazy things. But I don't hit the siding with this, even though this wouldn't hurt the siding. I don't want to remove any oxidation. I'll go along this top gutter, just like this, a couple times. Avoid that light. You want to go around the light like that. And I go underneath it, and I hit the gutter all the way down to the ground. And I even hit these down here at the bottom too. Make a couple times passing on it. And once I do that, I'll show you. I even hit the things right here at the bottom, the vents. Once I do that, I switch to a fan tip. And then I'll start working my way down. So I'll work right here on this side, right? I'll move everything like this to the side of the house over here. And then I'll work my way back. So I'll start, that's just because my hose is at its, I think, well, maybe a little more, but if your hose is at the end, like this right here, you'll find your corner and you do it like this, and then you'll work your way back the other way. Easy does it. You want to get all this rinsed off. And when you're hitting the windows, you always want to go like this. And then I always go like this, real slow at the bottom, and wash all that stuff out. You don't want to break the screen, so you don't want to get right on it, but you'll have a fan pattern. A nice wide angle. Look how good this house is looking. It's getting beautiful. And I work my way all the way down the house. All the way down the house. Up and down like this. Up and down. And I always work on the side. The sun's on this side, so I'll rinse this first so that it won't dry on the house. Always on the sunny side, rinse that. And work in sections if it's really hot like we did here. This is the last section we're starting to rinse. So we're starting with this section. This is the last section we washed. And then now we're rinsing. We wash and rinse a section at a time. If that makes sense. If it's not that hot and you have a small house, you can hit it all once, come back and rinse it. See how this is coming off nice and easy? Look, that's a hole right there, so you don't want to get around that hole and get behind the siding. Looking good, looking good. Easy does it. Easy does it. All the way like that. And then you can work your way back if you'd like. Or you could just you can go back and forth along the up and down to the bottom, or you can work your way in sections like this. Easy does it. Whatever suits your fancy, whatever you like to do, as long as the job's done right. Either one of these methods will work. Here the same. We'll go along the top. And if the house is older, you don't want to do this because you can knock that paint off that metal. And we'll go to a fan pattern. And when you're using the fan pattern, you're doing the same thing. And every now and again, you might get a visitor. Hey, buddy, you want to play in the rain? You want to play in the water? Huh? Sadie would not be happy if she's seen you back here. She's in the front. You want to make sure you got no soap around these AC units. I'm going to keep all that clean. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Where's your home at? Where do you belong? I'm sure somebody's looking for you. Always have fruit and water. We always move all the electrical out of the way. We put it underneath the grill here. And we move the chairs. We always move and wash underneath it. As you can see, we've already took the tape off. Everything looks amazing out here. The deck looks a million times better. All that green is gone. The dog's still chasing the water. Look. And all the green's gone here. So yeah, it's a wrap. We got it looking good. I'm gonna roll the hoses up and I'll show you what it all looks like. And we'll get out of here. And you need to go wherever you live at, buddy. Somebody's probably looking for you. And there's another one. I guess I'm the spectacle of the neighborhood here. All right, guys, we're done. It's a wrap. We got all of the white and the tan and gray, or gray, I should say, gray. So it looks good.